All right, so we have a question from the book. This is from page 401, and I decided to do number 6 to show as an example. These are more complex problems using area and volume ratios, so if you're having trouble with this, then this might help you a little bit. So I've even put the question up here. So all we have is, in this section, we have similar shapes. So this shape here is grown bigger by a scale factor, and we call that K. All right, and that's what we've been looking at. And we know that if you have to find the area of this shape here, area 2, let's call it A subscript 2, that is equal to the first area that you have times your K factor squared. Okay, so this is the formula that we want to use here. And once you find your K factor, you can see how bigger or smaller your length of one side gets according to the other side. So let's look at the question here. It says, if a television screen has an area of 220 centimeters squared, has a diagonal of 21. So if you're wondering what a diagonal is, that is a line across here, across here. So has a diagonal of 21 centimeters. What will be the diagonal of a similar screen of area 350? So we're going from a smaller screen to a bigger screen. So if that's the case, our new area, okay, of the bigger screen is 350 centimeters squared, and our previous area, area 1, would have been 220 times this K squared. Okay. So in order to find the diagonal length, we need to find this scale factor. So, oops, here, let's write that down here. K is our scale factor. Scale factor. Okay, so now we have this equation, and it's as simple as solving for the unknown. So if we divide both sides by 220, this cancels out here. This cancels out here. These two cancel out, and we end up getting K squared is equal to 350 over 220. So if we pull out the calculator, we can do that here. So 350 divided by 220, we get this number here, 1.590909, okay? And now, so I'll just put this here. I'm just going to keep it as a fraction for now because this is terrible, ugly decimal, 220, okay? And now, in order to find K, we have to square root both these sides here. So K is equal to, and so I come back to my calculator, and what do I do? If I square root this, I get 1.2613. So my scale factor is 1.26. So that's the 3 significant figures. Okay? So that means that to go from the smaller size to the bigger size, we have a scale factor of 1.26. So if we go back up to the top, it says the smaller television screen has a diagonal of 21 centimeters. So that means the bigger one should be, so let's call this L2. So for the second television, it should be our scale factor times by, how much was it again? 21 centimeters. And if we do that on my calculator, I can keep this up, times 21. You should get 26.5 centimeters. So 26.5 centimeters. So here's an example, once again, where you have the areas, but you don't have the scale factor. So you have to first solve for the scale factor to then continue to use it to find one of the sides based on that factor. Okay, you just multiply it. This is multiplication. Right?